This is a chart of the altcoin market. And if you're out there right now, you're sitting there thinking, man, that was, first off, insane capitulation. But when are we going to get the move? When are we going to get the breakout through all-time highs from last cycle? When are we going to get kind of this move that we saw last bull market? And in this video, I want to actually use Ethereum and Cardano. We have some really nice, helpful fractals, I think, that will help us kind of at least identify bullish confirmation areas on the short term to kind of get a sense of, okay, the move might actually be happening right now. So hit the subscribe and like on the way in. Let's jump into the video. Later today, I'm going to have to do another video. This is a big deal going on today. President Trump's AI and crypto czar, David Sachs, to host press conference 2:30 p.m. Eastern about digital assets and how America will secure its position as leader. This guy, David Sachs, the crypto czar, he has said that NFTs and meme coins are collectibles, not securities. So this is, that plays into one reason why this is such a big deal today. What's he going to say? What is this conference going to focus on when it comes to digital assets? Is he going to talk about Bitcoin Reserve? Is he going to talk about altcoins? Is he going to talk about crypto taxes? What is he going to be talking about? So we're going to keep an eye on that. Make sure you're subscribed and notifications on. So let's get into this. We're going to look at Ethereum and Cardano charts. I think they offer really good indicators. So here's the deal. There's been a lot of talk about, obviously, all the liquidations, record-breaking liquidations, more than we saw with FTX and all the mess here with Celsius and all that in the last bear market, more than we saw with COVID and the capitulation that we had back here, just record-breaking. And so what I wanted to do, especially because we've been tracking, this is an Ethereum chart. We've been tracking the pattern, the structure of Ethereum on the macro, the symmetrical triangle. The structure is still very nicely in place. We even wicked right through the lower trend line. But I wanted to look at Ethereum and Cardano. How did they actually operate in what was historically one of the most volatile environments? That is COVID, right? We saw how this is total crypto market cap, this is altcoin charts. We saw how they kind of bottomed out and just kind of exited. How did Ethereum and ADA specifically do that? And how will that kind of show us or hint to us where the bullish confirmations are in the short term? So what I did was, let's start with Ethereum, then we'll look at Cardano. I went back very simply to the COVID swing low, the capitulation. And there might still be some volatility, and this is partly what plays into that bullish confirmation I'm talking about. But let's just first notice how price action kind of moved. We capitulated. The next day, a lot of volatility. You can see it went actually even lower, but finally made a bounce to the upside. It was a green candle. But then the coming days, you can see it just trickled back down and tested this entire area. That's number one. That's point number one. Just that short-term price action days after capitulation. And then the other thing I want to focus on is it took 37 days basically from capitulation to where Ethereum was basically trading above all of the moving averages. You see the 50, the 200, the 20. These are the two things we're going to be kind of trying to identify here. So if we go to Ethereum now, right, with this capitulation that we've had, here's what we're looking for. We're looking for Ethereum to basically not only do what it did last cycle or at the COVID swing low and that capitulation, but maybe diverge and maybe exit in a quicker fashion. So we have kind of our around 1 month time frame, right, from capitulation. We want to see Ethereum get above all the moving averages, the 200, the 20. The highest moving average is the 50-day moving average around 3,300. So when I say bullish confirmation, this is what I'm looking for. If Ethereum in the coming days can just start making a move and we're at like 3,400, we're above the moving averages, this will be an incredible bullish confirmation to pay attention to. And as I'm talking through all of this data, the one thing I do want to point out, right now with what has occurred, we are in a different environment. Namely, we are post-Bitcoin halving. We're in the golden year of the 4-year cycle, the bull market year. When this happened, COVID, this was in the bear market environment already, the end of it, and before the Bitcoin halving. We weren't in that 4th golden year of the bull market. And also, this is all the things that are happening right now. We are in a crypto golden era. Crypto czar holding press conference today. Eric Trump making Ethereum bull posts. I don't know if you saw this. Like yesterday, my opinion, it's a great time to add ETH. U.S. Bitcoin reserve is imminent. Crypto tax policy change rumors. U.S. sovereign wealth fund being run by Bitcoin bull. FTX repayments starting February 18th. Trump bringing massive crypto deregulation. The beginning of a golden year of a 4-year cycle. Stablecoin bill introduced to the Senate today. Banks about to jump into crypto payments. 14 U.S. states have active BTC reserve bills. None of that was even close to happening when we had this mess, right? So the way in which we bounce out of this, going to be interesting. Ethereum, as you can see, showing hints, or at least offering us hints of what to look for. So here's COVID fractal, the COVID capitulation, and you can see the similarities. Obviously not exact, but you can also see how, man, this might actually just kind of be grueling. Maybe we go a little bit further down in the coming days and we're just testing the lower trend line. Maybe it's not as volatile as you see here. And I think the more important question, maybe it doesn't take as long to get above these moving averages. And that's the biggest thing I'm watching right now for something like Ethereum is how quick can Ethereum get above those moving averages? That will be the biggest bull confirmation for us to watch. Now, on ADA, I brought up a little bit of a different chart. I brought up the 6-hour chart, and we'll look at the daily chart as well. But ADA also offering just really solid kind of data in terms of capitulation environment, right? So here is the COVID swing low, and the thing I want to make note of about ADA, because this can play into and just allow us to prepare. I know we're all bullish, I am, but at least prepare for if there is more trickling over, sideways, down, what to look for. Not just for ADA, but for Ethereum and altcoins. Look at this 6-hour chart for ADA. Capitulation, get the really nice bounce, and it's a big bounce, right? From swing low to swing high, it's like 60-some%. Very similar to the bounce we've had now. But then look what happened. It bounces, we're bullish. Oh no, it's trickling back down and testing these areas. Namely, what it's testing is a Fibonacci. Swing low, swing high, that green channel, you can just see higher low tested, and then it was off to the races. Very sideways, but sideways and up. So if we go and we take that and we say, okay, at the very least to the downside, we can anticipate some similar volatility. And we're in a way different environment. We might not get it, but here's that fractal for ADA. And you can just see, man, this might play out in the coming days. Not so similar, right? Because it could be a different speed. It could be different volatility, but you can just see how we might get just another leg down, testing, in this case, this higher low, which is around 57 cents to around 62 cents. That is the short-term support for ADA. If a similar move happens, meaning we get that really nice bounce that we saw, and then all of a sudden we're falling more. Bears are just so happy. People will just be like, oh man, this is not going to happen for ADA, and then we get the bounce similar to COVID, and we're exiting. That's to the downside if ADA sees downside. But again, similar to Ethereum, it's kind of like, all right, we have that wick of support at the 200. We've bounced out of it. How quick can ADA get above those moving averages, right? So capitulation above all the moving averages around 42 days. And if we go to ADA right now, if we look at the chart, 42 days from capitulation would bring us to, right around March, mid-March. But that's the question. Does it take that long? Right now, ADA's moving averages that it needs to get above are, we have the 20 and 50 confluent at 95 cents. That's the target. If ADA, similar to Ethereum's moving averages, if ADA can make its way above that area, maybe even in February, maybe in the coming week, 2 weeks, that is the bullish confirmation I'm waiting for. And you can see how we could very simply be heading right back to the upper end of the bull market doors, because this is the trigger zone for ADA to make that ridiculous move up towards $2, $3. So this is the story playing out. I think Ethereum and Cardano offer really nice insight into what to watch for in the coming days, weeks, and really the next month even. if it takes that long to get above these moving averages. So that's what I'm watching on these charts. I'm going to do another video later. I want to cover the news, what's going on with CryptoZar and his conference over here. But wanted to do a little update on price action, kind of what to look for altcoins as a whole. So this is really for any altcoin holder out there as we wait and we try and anticipate next moves. We wonder, are we going to get that breakout? Hit the subscribe, hit the like. If you're out there, if you enjoyed the video, please smash the like button, turn notifications on. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.